morning and welcome to On the Money right here on WDBO 107.3 FM, AM 580, always streaming live in your very own WDBO app. My name is Josh McCarthy, joined by a couple of certified financial planner professionals from the Certified Financial Group. They, of course, are Nancy Hecht and Joe, the Oracle of Orlando. Bert here answering your questions. I say answering your questions. That's kind of how this show works, right? You guys have questions about how to plan your financial future, and I just happen to have a couple of certified financial planners here in studio today. Joe, Nancy, how you guys doing today?
Good morning, Josh. We're doing great.
Good.
Yeah, good to be here. First of all, I want to thank you for the courtesy that you and your staff extended to Gary Abley and me last Saturday when we did our program down there in the WDBO studios. I want to thank all of our listeners that came out for the program. It was wonderful to see you, and the opportunity to get to meet you and hear your comments about the program and answer some questions during the commercial breaks. That was great. So we're going to plan on doing that on a regular basis, maybe once a quarter. So I want to thank once again, I want to thank you. But Nancy and I are here this morning to answer questions that any of our listeners might have regarding any financial topic. As we say, we go through life trying some of this, trying some of that, wake up at 55 years old and find out what we might be looking at is a collection of financial accidents. So we are your financial body shop. We'll take out the bondo, patch you up, and get you on your way. But they don't teach you this stuff in school. So you know, here's what we're about on Saturday morning. If you have any questions regarding your personal finances, questions you'd like answered about your IRA, about a 401k, decisions that you're trying to make about maybe buying a home, long-term care, life insurance, all that and more, it's what Nancy and I and the 14 other certified financial planners do every day, day in and day out, Monday through Friday, getting our clients to and through their retirement years. On Saturday morning, though, we are here for you absolutely free. And the good news is, if you have any questions about any of those topics or anything that might be on your mind regarding your personal finances, we are here for you. And the lines are absolutely wide open. You can be first in line, create the line by picking up the phone and dialing these magic numbers.
844-580-9326, 844-580 WDBO, or you can send in your free open mic in the WDBO app. Just open up that app, push the open mic button, send in the question. I'll put you on the air, get your questions answered by Nancy and Joe. Today's topic we're going to kick it off with is this. If you want to be financially secure, don't do this. These are 5 spending habits that you need to avoid.
Right. Okay, so number 1 is do not live above your means. I suggest that people live as if they're making 10% less than what they're actually netting, not grossing, netting after taxes, and then take that 10% and stash it in an account until you build up good cash reserves. And then once you build up good cash reserves, you can take that surplus and start investing it for your future. The second point is to never donate money over the phone. We all get calls from various different organizations, whether they're legit or not, asking us to make donations over the phone. So whenever we get those calls, we always ask them to mail us something so we can know if they are actually a legit organization and then determine if we want to donate to them or not. Point number 3 is to never shop online when you're in an emotional state.
Oh,
very much like eating when you're bored.
So when you buy those extra pair of shoes or something?
Right. Well, God knows what you'll end up with when the boxes start coming to your house and you look at the things and you say, why did I buy that?
Or you can go online on Amazon and just load up.
That's exactly it. You're bored, you're feeling a little bit depressed or whatever the case may be. Might as well shop around, especially on Amazon, and see what looks interesting, what's on sale, and you end up spending money that you should not have spent and ending up with stuff that you have no idea what you're going to do with. The fourth point is something that I have lived by for the last 30 years, but recently broke, which is never buy a new car.
Oh.
I'm generally a fan of buying cars that somebody has leased in return. The cars are 2 years or less old when somebody leases them and returns them. They're generally in really good shape. They generally still have warranty, low mileage. However, my beloved 15-year-old Audi was starting to have chronic problems, and it was hard to find parts, so I had to start shopping for another car.
So you bought a new one?
Well, I bought a new one because the economics right now did not bode buying a used car. The difference between a used car and what I ended up getting was about $3,000. The demand for used cars is huge right now, and the prices are ridiculous. So it didn't make sense. But this was the first time in 30 years I bought a new car.
There you go.
So,
how do you like it?
well, I love it.
How did
It's a
you
lot of
determine?
fun.
How did you determine what to buy?
So when my car was in service, the model of what I have was one of the loaner cars I got. And it was a lot of fun to drive. It was a little smaller than when I was driving, which I liked. It had a really fast engine, which I liked. And the car I ended up getting happens to be a 40th anniversary edition of this model.
Oh, so what do you get with that?
Well, so the thing that's interesting, well, first of all, I was thinking, do I want to buy a new car and, blah, 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 blah. And then I thought, okay, so I've been in business this year for 40 years. I've been with my husband for 40 years. This is the 40th anniversary of this car. I think the universe is telling me to look at it.
Stars lined up.
Yeah, so I got everything I wanted from the car except for a sunroof. So I'm learning to live without a sunroof. But the thing that's interesting, because it's a 40th anniversary, a lot of the stuff is retro, as the model originally was. Like, it had plaid seats, which I didn't like. I just had it converted to leather. But, like, to adjust the seat forward and back or up and down is manual. But if I need to make, like, the back straighter or further back is power.
Oh, interesting.
So that was funny. The radio has an icon like a old-fashioned radio on it. So it's interesting, the retro stuff with the
There you
new
go.
stuff. I'm getting used to using a fob. And when you start the car, it like revs really fast. It sounds very cool. So
it's a touch start?
yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes, and it has a really fast engine, and I've not gotten pulled over for speeding yet. So I look upon that
There you
as,
go.
after a month, as an accomplishment.
Well, drive it in good health.
So it is fun to drive. So I broke that rule, but for 30 years buying lease returns has worked out quite well for me, because you get essentially a new car for $10,000 or $15,000 less under normal circumstances, not the circumstances we're under now. And my last point is, don't post on social media what you're making.
Oh, wow.
You are just opening yourself up.
I can't believe people do that.
Well, yeah, that.
Really?
And it's like I didn't post a picture of the car.
Oh.
Because it's really nobody's business that I bought a brand new car, and but people do that. They post all these big, expensive or economic things that are part of their life, and I can understand having pride in what you've accomplished. However, you're opening yourself up to being attacked and a victim, and asked for 20 million different things and support my charity, and you have, and it's not fair, even though you've worked for whatever you have. So yeah, not everything needs to be public.
Yeah, one of the things that you see, and I see it often, is people go on vacation and they post while they're on vacation.
Yeah, bad news.
Which is a big mistake. And
Yeah.
why is that a big mistake?
Well, because then you're announcing to the world that your home is vacant. I always tell people to post their pictures after they get back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everybody wants to, in the moment, put it on Facebook or
Yeah.
TikTok or whatever you do, and you're 100% right.
We didn't do any of our fishing pictures until we got back.
Your fishing pictures.
Yeah, we
I saw
actually
that.
went on our first
There you go.
vacation in 3 years.
There you go. Where'd you go?
We went to Delray. We
Uh-huh.
went fishing for peacock bass, which was a lot of fun. I had to learn to pitch cast as opposed to normal casting, so that was a little bit different. And it was just really nice. It was nice. It was relaxing. We caught a lot of fish, and it was nice to get away. But nobody knew until we got back.
You had mentioned, and I think point number 2 was about charitable solicitations over the phone.
Yes.
And you have probably seen, and I have seen, where somebody will call you and they will ask you, "Can you hear me?" Have you seen that?
I've heard of it, yes.
It's not happened to me, but I guess it's a scam out there where you'll get this random call, and the first thing they ask is, "Can you hear me?" And what they want to do is they want to get your voice on recording saying yes. And that is a mistake, because I guess what they do is they then take your voice and use it somewhere else and some kind of purchase to acknowledge something. And so what you want to do is answer back, say, I can hear you. And they'll ask you again, can you hear me? And you want to say, I can hear you. So it's a crazy world in which we live.
Yes.
And you're right about the solicitations on the phone. And then if you don't get a call, by the way, from the IRS. If somebody, right?
No,
that's another
not
thing,
at
right?
all. Not at all.
So if someone claims that they're with the IRS, you just immediately hang up the phone. The IRS will always contact you by mail.
You have to be defensive. And when it comes to your phone, if you don't recognize the number, let them leave a voicemail.
Exactly.
It's just like, my husband had said to me, and this was so liberating ages ago, just because somebody's knocking at the door doesn't mean you have to answer it. It's the same thing with somebody calling you.
Yeah. I guess the curiosity gets to most people, but
Yeah.
you're 100% right. You and I get those solicitation calls, scam calls, spam calls, whatever they are. Just let it go to voicemail. If it's important, they'll leave a message, and then you can call them back. So, appreciate the tips. Those are the 5, what'd you call them?
If you want to be financially secure, don't do these things.
Yeah, stay at it.
And if somebody wants to read them, they can go to my blog, hecteffect.net, and read that and all the other stuff I've
There you go. I hear the music. Josh, so take it away.
Thank you so much. If you want to hop on the air with Nancy and Joe, 844-580-9326 is the number to call, 844-580-WDBO, or you can send in your free WDBO open mic in the app. Open up the App Store or Play Store, depending on what make your phone is, iPhone or Android, and download the free WDBO app, and you're just a couple seconds away from sending in your very first open mic. You're listening to On the Money. We're planning tomorrow
Today.
with the Certified Financial.
40 years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have. That's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no-obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today. Did you know anyone can call themselves a fiduciary, but only certified financial planners are required to work in your best interest? And we have 14 of them right here in Altamont Springs. So when you're ready to plan for your retirement, give us a call.
Just knowing that my money's here with Certified Financial Group, I feel relaxed and comfortable.
They're smart. They watch the market. They take care of you. You can depend on them.
So schedule your no-obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today.
What is a fiduciary? When it comes to investing, a fiduciary is legally required to act in your best interest. For 40 years, planners at Certified Financial Group have been guiding our local clients toward financial peace of mind. The rest of the world is still catching up, but our team of certified financial planners are the local, experienced fiduciaries you can trust. Certified Financial Group are your Central Florida planners. Call us today.
Your Confident Forever plan is possible with a CFP professional. At Certified Financial Group, we can help you build a complete financial plan. Visit financialgroup.com to find your CFP professional.
ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have. That's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today. Did you know anyone can call themselves a fiduciary, but only certified financial planners are required to work in your best interest? And we have 14 of them right here in Altamont Springs. So when you're ready to plan for your retirement, give us a call.
Just knowing that my money's here with Certified Financial Group, I feel relaxed and comfortable.
They're smart. They watch the market. They take care of you. You can depend on them.
So schedule your no obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today.
What is a fiduciary? When it comes to investing, a fiduciary is legally required to act in your best interest. For 40 years, planners at Certified Financial Group have been guiding our local clients toward financial peace of mind. The rest of the world is still catching up, but our team of certified financial planners are the local, experienced fiduciaries you can trust. Certified Financial Group are your Central Florida planners. Call us today.
3 FM AM 580, always streaming live in the WDBO app. This is your chance to hop on the air today with Joe, Bert, and Nancy Hecht with the Certified Financial Group. The number to call is 844-580-9326, 844-580-WDBO. Joe, Nancy, what do you say? We hop on the phones right now and talk to Rosemary, who's calling in from Orlando. Good morning, Rosemary.
Rosemary, good morning.
Hi, Rosemary.
How's it going?
You there?
Hi. So my question is, my husband and I are both retired. We do not have any work income at this time. However, we were planning on taking some money from our traditional IRA and transferring it to a Roth IRA. So my question is, does that money that we transfer count as earned income that we could then make a contribution from our joint account to a Roth IRA?
Boy, I love your thinking, Rosemary. So what you want to do is convert, you're saying, to the money you're taking out of the traditional IRA. You're going to pay taxes on it, and then you want to take another tax deduction and put it back in the regular IRA. And the short answer is no.
The funds that you would transfer, Rosemary, from the traditional to the Roth is going to be taxable as ordinary income, but it's not considered earned income.
Does that make sense to you, Rosemary?
Yeah.
So you will pay. You will.
Yeah.
You'll pay taxes when you convert, but as long as it stays in the account for 5 years, you can pull the money from the Roth and not pay any taxes on it.
So, Rosemary, let's get to the basics of this. First of all, why do you want to do this?
Well, because my understanding is, in other words, we can transfer some money and still stay in the 12% tax bracket.
Right.
So we want to get some of the money out of the traditional IRA, still within the lower tax bracket.
Good. Okay.
So that makes sense you're doing a little bit of tax management now to make sure that you don't pay any more on a current basis. And by converting to the Roth does not have required minimum distributions. So when you hit the age where you have to take required minimum distributions, what you're going to have to pull out will be a little bit less. So it's a little bit of current and future tax planning on your part.
So I'm glad you're looking at your tax situation when you do that, Rosemary, because unfortunately Nancy and I see folks that walk in here for the first time. They do this massive conversion because somebody told them that a Roth is what you really want to have. They take out all the money out of their IRA, their 401k, roll into a Roth, and then are faced with an astronomical tax bill, plus their taxation of their Social Security goes up, plus the cost of their Medicare goes up, and they realize they have made some mistakes. This is where you need to sit down with a certified financial planner, have him or her look at the tax consequences of that, and keep you from making that huge mistake. So I'm glad that you're looking at that, Rosemary. That's a smart thing to do.
And can you tell me roughly when we do have to make the required minimum distributions, about what percentage of your the balance from the traditional IRA, what percentage of that do you pay? Do you have to withdraw in minimum distributions?
Right. It's slightly over 4% on average for people having to take their first required minimum distribution right around age 73. So depending on what your age is and when you have to, what your birth date is, and when you have to take your first distribution, it's right around 4% of the 1231 balance from the year before you have to take the required minimum distribution.
Can I answer your question?
Very good.
Okay, Rosemary, thanks for the Rosemary, where are you calling from?
Orlando.
Okay, appreciate your call.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. If you want to hop on the show, the number to call is 844-580-9326, 844-580-WDBO. Pick the brains of Nancy Hecht. Pick the mind of Joe Bert. They are here to answer your financial questions. 844-580-WDBO, or send in your free WDBO app in the WDBO. Send in your open mic in the free WDBO app. Of course, there's some good weather, traffic, and news in there if you're perusing around. But right now, we want to get your financial questions on the air while Joe and Nancy are hanging with us for another half hour. 844-580-9326. You're listening to On the Money, where we're planning tomorrow.
Today.
With the Certified Financial Group.
Your Confident Forever plan is possible with a CFP professional. At Certified Financial Group, we can help you build a complete financial plan. Visit financialgroup.com to find your CFP professional.
Years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have, that's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no-obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, where we're planning tomorrow, today. Did you know anyone can call themselves a fiduciary, but only certified financial planners are required to work in your best interest? And we have 14 of them right here in Altamont Springs. So when you're ready to plan for your retirement, give us a call.
Just knowing that my money's here with Certified Financial Group, I feel relaxed and comfortable.
They're smart. They watch the market. They take care of you. You can depend on them.
So schedule your no obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, where we're planning tomorrow, today.
What is a fiduciary? When it comes to investing, a fiduciary is legally required to act in your best interest. For 40 years, planners at Certified Financial Group have been guiding our local clients toward financial peace of mind. The rest of the world is still catching up, but our team of certified financial planners are the local, experienced fiduciaries you can trust. Certified Financial Group are your Central Florida planners. Call us today.
Your Confident Forever plan is possible with a CFP professional. At Certified Financial Group, we can help you build a complete financial plan. Visit financialgroup.com to find your CFP professional.
Years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have, that's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, where we're planning tomorrow, today. Did you know anyone can call themselves a fiduciary, but only certified financial planners are required to work in your best interest? And we have 14 of them right here in Altamont Springs. So when you're ready to plan for your retirement, give us a call.
Just knowing that my money's here with Certified Financial Group, I feel relaxed and comfortable.
They're smart. They watch the market. They take care of you. You can depend on them.
So schedule your no obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, where we're planning tomorrow, today.
What is a fiduciary? When it comes to investing, a fiduciary is legally required to act in your best interest. For 40 years, planners at Certified Financial Group have been guiding our local clients toward financial peace of mind. The rest of the world is still catching up, but our team of certified financial planners are the local, experienced fiduciaries you can trust. Certified Financial Group are your Central Florida planners. Call us today.
Your Confident Forever plan is
Welcome back to On the Money, right here on WDBO 107.3 FM, AM 580, always streaming in the WDBO app. This is your chance to hop on the air and get your financial questions answered by some certified financial planners. 844-580-9326. Nancy Hecht and Joe Bert with the Certified Financial Group are here to answer your questions. This is a live call-in. Your participation is appreciated. 844-580-9326. Joe, what do you say we hit Ed calling from New Jersey? Go ahead, Ed.
Good morning, Ed.
Hi, Ed.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys?
We're doing great. Thanks for
taking my
calling.
call.
How did you happen to find us, Ed?
Oh, I'm a Florida resident. I'm snowbirding right now in New Jersey.
Oh, got
I live
it.
in the Villages.
Got it. Okay.
So,
Well, thanks for
yeah.
calling.
Thank you. So, for the last year or two, I've been starting Roth conversions.
Uh-huh.
I'm 66. My wife's 70. We both work part-time, and we're in the 22% tax bracket in the low end. And I know you always preach you should do it in the 12%. It's not worth it in the 22. But when we do retire, and I realize my Social Security, my pension, we're going to be in the 22% tax bracket anyway. So to try to stay out of the 24%, I'm doing Roth conversions now.
Okay.
So my question is, and it's a good question, good luck question, because this year I realized when I did rebalancing, I realized $100,000 in profit that I was able to rebalance. And am I spinning my wheels by taking maybe $50,000 and putting it in the Roth per year, whereas I'm still making money, which is a good thing? I just was questioning that aspect of it.
Well, it sounds like you might be
Does
pushing.
that make sense?
Sounds like you might be pushing up against the 22% tax bracket with that extra $100,000.
No, he said he's in the 22, and he's going to be in 22 when he retires. So he's just trying to keep his tax bracket level.
You're already in the 22. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And my realization of the assets are in my IRA. I'm not taking it out, in other words.
Right.
In other words, I rebalanced my IRA. So I'm gaining $100,000 in my IRA.
Well, that's not taxable. Well, that's not taxable.
Sure, correct. I'm not worried about that. What I'm saying is,
no, he's trying to look to the future and maintain the same tax bracket all the way through.
Right. I got that.
So, I mean, my attitude is, as long as the tax rules don't change, it's not a bad strategy. Unfortunately, the Roth has been sort of under attack under the current administration. And people like you taking advantage of the conversions and accumulating money for the future and managing them in a proactive manner have been able to grow their Roth accounts to be sizable. And the official opinion is that it's quote unquote not fair.
Right.
So I just would caution you every year when you want to make a conversion from your traditional to the Roth that you pay attention to the tax laws to make sure that there have not been any changes.
Great. Okay.
The key, Ed, is in order for that to work for you, and this is a mistake that many people make, you need to, when you make that conversion, that the taxes that you pay on that, in other words, you're putting the full dollar amount of the conversion.
I take $25,000 out and I put it into the IRA and I pay my taxes from another account.
That's it. Okay. And that's a mistake that many people make, but I'm glad you're not doing that, Ed.
I learned that from you.
Well, there you go. I'm glad you listen and enjoy your time here.
Are you in North or South?
I'm actually on the coast right now. We rented a house in the Jersey Shore for a month.
Okay. All right. Well, enjoy.
Yeah. Oh, in Florida, I'm in the Villages. I'm sorry.
No.
Well, you're in Jersey right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. How's the weather up there compared to what we have down here in Florida?
We're getting some cold fronts. July we didn't get any, but this month we started getting cold fronts, so I'm enjoying that.
There you go.
So it's going to be like in the 70s.
There you go. Well, enjoy your cooler summer, Ed, and we appreciate your listening, appreciate your call.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you so much, Ed. That opens up a line for you and your questions. If you want to talk about how you're spending your summer, 844-580-9326, 844-580-WDBO. Ask about your Roth IRA, your 401k, your traditional, all the questions you need to know how to convert and whatnot. That's what Nancy and Joe are here for. 844-580-9326 is the number to call, and you can also leave an open mic in the free WDBO app. Joe, Nancy, we got one in. Is it okay if we go through that now?
Sure. Let's do it.
Here we go. Open mic.
Hi, Joe and Nancy. I so appreciate your show every week. You guys really do a tremendous job. I have a quick question. We're planning on buying a Tesla, hopefully before the end of the year with the $7,500 tax credit. And I'd like to know, if we do it before the end of the year, what is that tax credit based on? Is that on the current year taxes or the next year's taxes? I'm a little confused. Thanks for your help.
All right. Well, first of all, a tax credit It has nothing to do with your income. A tax credit is a direct dollar-for-dollar reduction of your taxes. So if you owe $10,000 in taxes and you get a credit of $7,500, you've just reduced your taxes by $7,500. Some people confuse tax credit with tax deduction. It has nothing to do with your income. You get that freebie right from the government, and that's the government's incentive for you to go in the EV, right, Nancy?
Yes, and so if he's buying the car this year and he gets the credit this year, when he's doing his taxes next year for 2023, that's when the credit will apply.
Exactly. So once again, a credit is a direct dollar-for-dollar reduction of your taxes. It's not a tax deduction. So I hope that clears that up for you, and good luck with that new car.
Thank you so much. Again, you can leave in your open mics in the free WDBO app.
How does that work again, Josh?
You just download the WDBO app in the App Store or the Play Store, and you see this big button down at the bottom that says Open Mic.
Yeah.
Then you push that button, you send in your best 15 to 20 seconds. I say that because it will cut you off after so long, so we want to make sure you get all your question in one audio file. So go ahead and send it in by 15 to 20 seconds inside the WDBO app.
And then from that app, you can listen to the show directly, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. At the very bottom, right next to that open mic button, you'll see a play button. So as long as you got internet, and you say you're on the road or you're at somebody else's house and they're nice enough to let you know their Wi-Fi password, you can listen to WDBO wherever you are in the world.
And you can play it. You can play it through the Bluetooth on your car and just anywhere in the country or the world, actually.
That's right. We are along with the times.
There you go.
There's plenty of ways to consume content, and we give you all the ways.
There you go. All right, we've got a caller. I see George is on the line.
That's right. Go ahead, George. You're on the air.
Morning, George.
Hi, George.
Yeah. Good morning. Since you guys are so sharp and so smart, is there anything the government can do about spam?
Cook it?
Well, I guess they could pass legislation, and then you're going to get into free speech issues, probably. But I understand where you're coming from. We all hate it, and unfortunately, it's cost some people a lot of money. But I think you just got to beware. I don't, it's going to take legislation.
Just the aggravation. Are you trying to watch TV or something?
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the call.
Yeah.
Spam risk. Spam risk.
Right,
Yeah.
Well, remember what I said earlier.
All day long.
Just because someone's calling doesn't mean you have to answer.
Yeah.
I know, but they're aggravating you because the phone is ringing with their garbage.
Yeah, I hear you, George.
Put it on mute.
I hear you.
What was that?
Put it on mute.
Put your phone on mute while you're watching TV.
Yeah.
Might be an important call coming in.
Well, that's true. That's one of the
All
hazards.
right.
Sorry, George, don't have an answer for you other than legislation. That'd be a tough one to do because of the First Amendment rights.
Right. Yeah.
But thanks for your call, as always, George. Appreciate you listening.
Have a great weekend.
And I see we've got another text question that floated in there. Josh, you want to take that away?
You got it. This one comes to us. Unfortunately, it starts with my mom passed, and we inherited her house. There was not a mortgage on it, but do we owe taxes?
All right.
So this is something that I have sadly been dealing with a lot lately with my clients. So if you right now, if you inherit a property from a parent, a relative, whomever, you inherit it at the current market value, and you do not pay any taxes until you sell that property.
So give us an example.
So you inherit mom's house, and it's worth $500,000.
And she paid $200 for it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what she paid for it right now. Because you get what's called a step up in basis. You inherit it at the current market value. And however long you hang on to it or not, if you sell it and you just get current market value, there's no tax. If you sell it for anything above what the current market value, you sell it for $600,000, you inherited it at $500,000, then you'll pay capital gains tax on that $100,000 difference.
Right.
The reason I emphasize step up in basis is because there's been talk in government to eliminate step up in basis. So in that example, if mom paid $200 for the house, you would inherit it at that $200 value. And if you sell it at current market value, you're going to pay capital gains tax on $300,000 or $400,000 versus just $100,000.
Right. So you always want to keep your eye on what's going on in Congress, because sometimes they slip these things in there at the 11th hour and people aren't aware of it until it comes back to bite you. So we've enjoyed this for some period of time, And it's a wonderful thing when the assets are being transferred to the next generation. So as Nancy said, that step up in base.
I fail to believe that people that are governing today don't have property and securities that have not appreciated significantly in value that they would like to pass on to their own kids at current market value and get the step up.
Right. And,
I don't know, but they could say, we're going to do away with step up in basis and it's going to be phased out, so it won't impact. I don't know. I fail to understand why this is even being talked about.
We've been talking about primarily real estate, but you just alluded to it. It's not just real estate; it's your investments or any other assets that you have that gets that step up in basis. So hopefully that will remain in place. But as we say, anytime Congress is in session, your money is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful of that. Yeah, we're seeing that, unfortunately, Nancy, an awful lot with our clients as our clients age and pass on, and then we get the calls from the younger generation, or many times our clients, and they have that question, okay, I'm going to sell the house, what's the tax consequences? And step up in basis is important. And I see we got another call there, Josh. You want to work that in here?
Sure thing. Mary's got a follow-up question from the previous Tesla caller. Go ahead, Mary.
Okay.
You're on
Hi,
the air.
Mary.
Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
The previous caller said you get a tax credit of $7,500.
Mm-hmm.
What if you don't owe that? What if you don't owe that much in tax? Does that credit carry over?
I believe it does.
I'm not sure.
I believe it. I'm going to do some research in the break, Mary. That's a good question.
It's a
I
great
can't tell at the
question.
top of my head. I believe it does, but I could be wrong. We could be wrong, but we will let you know.
Thank you very much.
Sure, great question.
Thank you, Mary. If you want to hop on the air, one more segment coming up after this quick break. 844-580-9326 is the number to call. 844-580-WDBO, or send in your open mic via the free WDBO app. You're listening to On the Money, where we're planning tomorrow.
Today.
With the Certified Financial Group.
It's possible with a CFP professional. At Certified Financial Group, we can help you build a complete financial plan. Visit financialgroup.com to find your CFP professional.
Years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have. That's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no-obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, where we're planning tomorrow, today. Did you know anyone can call themselves a fiduciary, but only certified financial planners are required to work in your best interest? And we have 14 of them right here in Altamont Springs. So when you're ready to plan for your retirement, give us a call.
Just knowing that my money's here with Certified Financial Group, I feel relaxed and comfortable.
They're smart. They watch the market. They take care of you. You can depend on them.
So schedule your no-obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, where we're planning tomorrow, today.
What is a fiduciary? When it comes to investing, a fiduciary is legally required to act in your best interest. For 40 years, planners at Certified Financial Group have been guiding our local clients toward financial peace of mind. The rest of the world is still catching up, but our team of certified financial planners are the local, experienced fiduciaries you can trust. Certified Financial Group are your Central Florida planners. Call us today.
Your Confident Forever plan is possible with a CFP professional. At Certified Financial Group, we can help you build a complete financial plan. Visit financialgroup.com to find your CFP professional.
Years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have. That's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today.
This show is nearing its end, so if you want to call, 844-580-9326 is the number to call. But if something pops into your head off the air, or you got some more of a personal question, Charles Curry is standing by in the office. You can reach him at 407-869-9800. Give you a second to grab a pen. 407-869-9800. While we're here, we have Dave calling in from Orlando. Go ahead, Dave. You're on with Joe.
Before we get to Dave,
yes.
Dave, can you hang on for just a minute? We want to get back to Mary's question for our listeners that may have just hanging on for that. She wanted to know if that incentive tax credit to buy the EV is of $7,500. If she doesn't owe any taxes this year, can she carry that forward? And the good news is, Mary, you can. It is a non-refundable credit, which means that you don't get a check, as you do with child care credits. But it is non-refundable, which means you can carry that tax credit forward in future years if you owe taxes. So that answers Mary's question. Hopefully a lot of our listeners as well. So Dave, take it away, buddy.
Hi, Dave.
Hi. We have an elderly father in his 90s, and we have a trust for him, but his home is not in the trust. Should we put it in the trust, and are there advantages, disadvantages?
Well, attorneys are split on that. The purpose of the trust is to avoid probate. A way around that is to perhaps do what's called a ladybird deed, which means your dad lives in the house for his lifetime. When he passes, it goes to you, and you get to step up in basis. But attorneys are split on that question, right, Nancy?
Yeah, they are. I mean, when I've asked this question from my clients, I get a 50-50 answer. So one thing that's important, by doing the ladybird deed, it names a successor owner. And another thing to look at is your dad's bank accounts to make sure that there's beneficiaries listed on the bank accounts, checking, savings, money markets. I'm finding that a lot of people don't have that, and you don't want to subject anything to probate if you don't have to.
But if dad already has a trust, I'd go back to the attorney and see what he or she may recommend for you, and take it from there. If they don't recommend it, then talk to them, him or her, about the ladybird deed, which will do the same thing for you.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Appreciate the call, Dave. Good call. So we've got another workshop 2 weeks from today, right, Nancy? Matt Murphy's holding that. Tell us about it.
Yes, on August 19th from 10 to 11:30, how tax planning changes through 4 stages of retirement. If you go to our website, financialgroup.com, and pull down the workshop tab, you can make a reservation. We've been hearing commercials for Charles's workshop that's coming up. That is full. So it's really important that you make a reservation if you're interested in attending any of the workshops. So again, August 19th from 10 to 11:30, How Tax Planning Changes Through 4 Stages of Retirement, hosted by Matt Murphy. And then after that, College Planning for High School Students, What Parents Should Know, hosted by Charles Curry on September 6th. And that is going to be from 6:30 to 7:30 in the evening.
That's a Wednesday evening.
Right. And another benefit that we do that we haven't talked about for a while is Score My Funds. If you go to scoremyfunds.com, you can put in ticker symbols for up to 20 different mutual funds, whether they're open-end or ETFs, and we'll give you the rating that we do for all our clients on the funds.
We'll send that to you within 24 to 48 hours, absolutely free, and you get an opportunity to see how we grade all the investments for our clients. I'm going to get back to Matt's workshop 2 weeks from today, the 4 stages of retirement. He's going to talk about what people oftentimes forget about, and that's the taxation of your Social Security, how the cost of your Medicare may increase on the decisions that you make about pulling money out of your IRA, pulling money out of a Roth, pulling money out of your retirement accounts, all that and more. Matt will guarantee to give you some useful information you can walk away with. As Nancy said, go to our website. That's financialgroup.com, financialgroup.com. Click on events. You can make your reservation right there. It'll be held in our learning center right here in Altamont Springs from 10 to noon. Matt will provide you some refreshments absolutely free, and we hope to see you there. And if you get here a little earlier, you'll be able to see the monkeys behind the screen here doing the radio show. So we'd love to see you 2 weeks from today at that workshop. And I see we're up against the clock here. There, Josh? Yes, buddy, are you there?
That's right, I'm here.
Okay,
Thank
do
you
your
so
wonderful
much.
wrap-up of this show. It's been a pleasure being with you. And once again, thanks for your hospitality last week. We really enjoyed being with you down there in the Stanley Steamer studio with some of our listening audience. It was a great experience, and we will do it again, so stay tuned.
I had too much fun. I'm already looking forward to the next one, whenever that may be. Stay tuned for the announcement whenever that may come. Thank you so much. You've just listened to On the Money, where we're planning tomorrow
today
with the Certified Financial Group.